Hello, everyone. Um, this, when I got this a few years ago, silver was running about $24 or so, very near. This is a quarter ounce Mexican Libertad, the 2019. If I remember correctly, the mintage on this particular Libertad was 4,500 or maybe 5,500. In no way should you ever expect to get one of these for $6. With silver is 24 or 24 something. It's one of them kind of things that certain dealers buy stuff for its content amount and judge a price. And since it's foreign silver, sometimes they just throw a price on there that is a little over melt or near melt, without realizing that something like this should be a lot more expensive than $6. Now, let's talk about something else. This isn't really anything special. It's a modern quarter, except for that right there. If I can get it to focus. That's the West Point Mint. So the thing, and it looks like it's slightly off center struck. That rim's pretty thin, and that one's kind of thick. These, each design, they made about, well, not about, they made 2 million of them. It's a 2019. It's the River of No Return Wilderness coin, which, but being that it's a West Point, again, there's the W. This is something you should keep if you find this in your change. I think these were going for $7, $8 if you bought them at a coin shop. That's how collectible the West Point Mint is. Anyway, moving on a little bit. So I go to this place. It's got this Silvertowne. Hello, old CCC. Anybody that's showing up to watch this and you're not a subscriber to Old Country Coin Collector, go check out his channel and subscribe if you like his videos. All right, going back to this. This is a Silvertowne. I have another one. It's a steam engine on the front. This is a 3/9 silver, 1 ounce. Silvertowne is out of Winchester, Indiana, which is probably about within a 100-mile drive or so of where I live. But this is the St. Gaudens replica. And, if you had the gold coin, the original they made back in the day, this would be very valuable. Silvertowne makes really nice things, and out of all the silver rounds that are private mint, pretty much this back is probably my favorite reverse of them. Now, this was less where I bought it than what I saw online prices for these. I mean, if you go to Silvertowne, they don't even have them in stock right now, but because I just looked. So I was trying to figure out, did I actually get a decent price? And I didn't do too bad because the eBay, the cheapest buy it now one was more than what this was, and it had a shipping too. So now it's got a couple little ding marks on it, but it's a bullion 1 ounce. It's not super collectible or nothing. But This costed me $0.25 and change, and it's a West Point. So, come on, work with me. Very nice to get that. Now, let's talk about one other thing. What was I going to go to? Damn it, I can't remember. Anyway, quarter-ounce sliver tads usually are a lot more than this. And what was I going to grab? Totally forgetting what I was going to talk about and grab next. But yeah. Oh, I know. Silly me. I wanted my skill. Because when you buy a 1-ounce round from someone new, and you're not 100% sure they know what they're talking about, you want to make sure if you buy a 1-ounce round that they ain't sold you something that ain't actually silver. Come up, Art. I get my skill open. Set the scale down right here. Turn it on. Put that on there. Oh, there you go. It's 50-gram weight, 50 grams. This should be about 31. And that's about what it's reading. Now, this thing's accuracy might not be the most perfect thing, but this looks right, weighs about right. I don't really want to ping it because I don't want to ding it up too much. But it appears to be 100% legitimate. So it's good. Wait, before I do this, though, put this away. I had a little disagreement with Addicted to Minis because he was talking about how some of these slicked up coins haven't lost as much weight, as you might think. Because he was showing that he got a slicked peace dollar that's missing the date, and he said it was what'd he pay? I think it's $17 and a little bit. So we'll pull out my Morgan dollars and peace dollars. This one, I'm looking for one that don't look really worn too bad. Well, shoot. There it is, the 21. Well, I slipped that on my hand, but on the scale, it's reading 26.63, which it's got a little wear, so it's lost a little weight. Not much. And it's just a 21, and it is, there's a faint S mint mark on it, which is kind of odd, but I'm looking for a specific coin. Here you go. Very slick peace dollar and a very slick Morgan dollar. By the way, the Morgan dollar at the January of last year, this is dateless. It's a silver chip, basically, at this point. You'll never know what year it was. You'll never be able to tell if it had a mint mark, nothing. But it was $16. It is just a little over 24. ounces or 24 grams. Damn it, should be 26.73 or so. So it's lost 2.3 or so grams. This one's probably a little heavier because it's not quite as bad. 24.97. So it's a little bit more to it than what this has. So if you're buying a slick like this, you don't want to pay full melt price for it because it's a couple grams at least low. So $16 when I bought it. I don't remember exactly what silver was at that point, but $16 is not what I would call outrageous for a 90% silver, piece dollar to 1 ounce. And this, I think my coin dealer jeweler guy let me have it for $18. Most of the ones I bought from him, Morgans, that were slick like this had at least partial dates and more of the rim than this does, even though you can still see the S on it. And it's pretty hard to tell, but kind of looks like 1880 something. But you can only see the top portion of the coin, or the date on the coin, I mean. So anyway, if a slicked out Morgan and piece dollar is under 25 grams, you should take that into account if you're going to buy one. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and turn this off for now because I'm done weighing stuff now. I'll probably get this thing out again for too long because I'll probably have something else to weigh. But we can go ahead and put that back where it was. And we'll put this back where you can see it. Tomorrow's the big game. Some people will be watching. I'll probably watch because we have an office. I don't know what they call them, but little office game where you put a little money on it, and so there's a little money in the game. But anyway, the guy I bought this from, I asked him if he had Constitutional, and he told me some woman came in and bought all the Constitutional we had earlier that day. I've been hearing that a lot, and I'm starting to wonder if they're just saying it so that they'll say, well, we might have it someday, we just don't have any, and say, well, it all sold, instead of saying, well, we don't usually stock it. But he did tell me he probably wouldn't buy Constitutional, but he would buy this kind of stuff all day long. He didn't really give me a price on it, but if you have this, he likes this kind of stuff. The 1 ounce, it's not fractional. He can put a blanket price on it because they're not really collectible either. But I do like the Silvertowne. I wish I could find my steam engine train Silvertowne, but I can't find it at the moment. I know it's around here. I just don't know where. But anyway, we'll kind of set this aside and talk again about West Point Mint. You can find these in your change, so they're worth looking for. I haven't actually looked this one up to see what online prices on this particular one is. It's a copper nickel one. Big deal. The big deal, though, is the West Point Mint. They don't, they made them 2 years, and I thought they might continue, but they stopped. But this is one of the 2019 ones. The 2020 ones have a little 75 thing on the side over here on this side that is for the anniversary of the end of the World War II, 75 years, which is kind of crazy. It's been that long ago now. Let's see, what can I talk about next? I don't know. Like I said, big games tomorrow. Going to be a big party atmosphere. And I probably won't stream tomorrow, and I'm not going to set any videos to go up against it because I don't think too many people end up watching any videos on YouTube while the game is on. So my next video after this live stream goes live on Monday. I've got a few in the bag, but not a whole lot. I need to, wanting to get some more stuff, some more Mexican coins. Really like these Mexican coins like this. They're kind of cool. But this one shouldn't have been 6. I'm not sure exactly what it should have been when I bought it, but probably at least twice that. I think is what they usually go for anymore. Now, did have a little luck in finding a few of these recently, a couple more. It's a Mexican 1 peso coin. And Nick the Dominis told me that these are a silver, copper, silver sandwich type coin. Although the edge you really can't tell. Or maybe it's copper nickel in the middle. I don't know, but whatever. The actual thin layer on the top is 10% total silver in it, but it's a little bit more than a plating. So the more these wear, the less silver you're getting. So don't pay very much for these. I paid $2.50 for these, 2 of them, these two, a 67 and a 58. The 58's kind of toned up and dirty. But the coolest thing about these, in my opinion, is the fact that around the rim, it says Independence C. Libertad. I thought that was pretty cool. And the fact that, they are Mexican coins and they're not usually very expensive. Now, if you get one that's brilliant uncirculated, I might go a little bit more. But $2.50 or so is, I think, a fair price for these because you're not getting very much silver. In fact, Addicted to Minis told me that it's about the same as a war nickel in total content by weight. So it's not that much. But I like these coins. I'd like to get 20 or 30 of them. I want to get one of every year at least. I got one double up on here. I got 258s. This one's not toned the same way. Doesn't have this brownish, rusty looking stuff on it or whatever the heck that is. But it's getting to be a little bit of a stack of them. Hope to get more. But one never knows what you might find. I didn't really expect to buy this Silvertowne today because I figured the guy I bought it from, his prices in the past had been a lot higher for his silver. But he said he's starting to, I guess, monitor the price you buy these online for and kind of more match it because, hello, Cinda Georgie. I don't think OCC is still around. But how do you like this Silvertowne back reverse here? The eagle, it looks like kind of similar to the eagle on the Walking Liberty. It's the same kind of design. Not exactly, but or nothing, but it's pretty close. I quite like the Silvertowne. I'd buy a few more Silvertownes like this if I can find them. But like I was saying, though, the guy I bought it from's got a little bit better price on his silver than he's had in the past. And these, I looked online, his price on this was lower than what the lowest eBay offering was by a few dollars, and I didn't have to pay shipping. So I felt like I did pretty well on this, even though I paid more than I would have paid for a Buffalo at my normal coin dealer. But I'm willing to pay a little bit more than a Buffalo on some of these when they're a little bit more of a cool design. I don't know about you. I wouldn't have paid what he normally asked for 1 ounce of silver recently. Last time I went there, actually, he was wanting $40 each, and this was much less than $40. Just put it that way. I don't know. All right. I did get another 1921 Mercury dime. I had just had the one go live, the video for it, but I went back the next day and got another one because he had another one he didn't put out when I was there. It was better than the one I just had, so I was kind of happy to get it. Now, a little bit less happy about the fact that he showed me the one that wasn't as good first, because if I had seen both of them, I would have just took the best one. Yeah, but Buffalo rounds are pretty common. I've got, I think, 3 or 4 of them. At least three. But yeah, buying this was almost like, I mean, when he said the price he did, it's like, I really like Silvertowne rounds. I don't have very many of them, and I'm the kind of person that when I like something, I'll pay up a little to get it. Now, granted, there is a couple of little scratches on it, but this isn't bad. I mean, this isn't a mint state type coin. This is just bullion. It's 1 ounce of silver. No one puts a real value over one that's totally perfect without scratches versus one that's got a couple scratches. They don't care about that usually. I mean, some people might, but I don't know that you can even send this to have it graded, and I wouldn't do it anyway. That eagle's cool. Lots of detail put into making that design. Lots of feathers. This is a little bit flatter because it's just bullion than maybe some of these are. But I don't mind that just because it's 1 ounce of silver. So what else do you really want out of it? But I kind of went through the stuff that I wanted to talk about. It's not a real long live stream and probably not going to be a real long live stream, but let's move a couple things out of the way. We'll talk about this real quick. Thanks, William. What we have here is a seal of the President of the United States medallion. Now, I put it in like this because I like this look, but I don't want to show who was president with this. This is just the seal of the presidency when this was done, because some people don't like certain presidents for whatever reason, and I'm not playing politics here. I just like the fact that it's a seal of the president. And I think it was $5 when I bought it from the coin dealer. He had several of them, and he sold them all pretty quick. I think these were the kind of thing that you would get at like a fundraiser. If you went to a fundraiser, the president was there and you bought a dinner, and got to be in the event. This might be something you could get there. And at some former presidents' libraries, they might have this in their gift shop, something similar. But I quite like the box and the round itself, whatever it's copper, probably brass. I don't know. It's not, this whole thing isn't really worth a whole lot in terms of, you know, the content of the box and the box itself. Walking Liberties. By far my favorite half dollars. Yeah, the box is nice. And the actual medallion thing's kind of nice too. Just don't pay much for one if you ever. Okay, Cinda Georgie, thanks for stopping by. Um, yeah, when it comes to the half dollars, these walkers are my favorite design. Always feel like though I need to get more Benjamins than I have. I always feel like 64 Kennedys. I have several of them that are pretty nice. So I could have bought one today, but I decided against it because, well, I already have some nicer ones than it is, and it wasn't terribly expensive. But you can only buy so much of them before you're like, well, 64 Kennedy is 64 Kennedy. These little quarter-ounce Libertads are neat. I started off my video talking about this, and I don't know if you were here for that, William. If you're the one that's still here. If you're still here, tell me what you think about this little deal. Quarter ounce, 2019, 3/9 fine Libertad, $6. When I bought it, silver was running right around $24, I think. So this is near melt, which shouldn't have been that cheap. These particular Libertads, they don't make very many of the fractional ones. And some of the 1 ounces, they don't make a whole lot some years. But this isn't one that, I think, if I remember correctly, the mintage was 4,500 or 5,500. Very low mintage. This isn't something that should have been $6. Probably should have been more like 10, 12 or something. I'm not even really sure. I don't even know what you can get these for right now. But I know some people, when you go on and look at a quarter ounce Libertad or half ounce, they're much higher than their 1 ounce counterparts. But anyway, I think I'm going to go ahead and go for the night because it's a big party tomorrow. There's some stuff coming on tonight that I kind of want to watch some of. And yeah, well, this didn't have a high premium, William. $6 when silver is 24 and it's a quarter ounce. It's $6. It's right there. I mean, that's at melt basically. And the 1 ounce ones, last one I bought was, I want to say $42. It was one of the more modern ones. I don't remember what year it was. It was a little bit more than I think I think when I bought it, silver was running for buffaloes and stuff at the time, right around $30 maybe. And it was 42, so it's quite a bit higher premium. But I looked it up online afterwards. It was cheaper, even at that price, than what they were going online. The cheapest one online the same year was at least $2 higher plus shipping and handling. So that's the thing about it. I looked these up. This is one of them St. Gaudens replica ones from Silvertowne. Price I paid was at least $2 or $3 or so less than what the best eBay buy it now price was. And that had shipping as well. So this I felt was okay to buy it at that price. That one is a great price. Yeah. I'm really puzzled why this Libertad was only $6. I don't know. I mean, everything about it looks right. It just, I don't know. Well, I do know the coin dealer I bought it from. All foreign coins, he basically treats them as, including this kind of stuff. Usually treats them like their melt value in silver. Even though this probably shouldn't have been that cheap. I don't know how he bought it. I think when he bought it, it was in a bunch of stuff, and maybe they just wanted to get rid of them. Because, some guys that are at coin shows, they got a bunch of stuff they can't sell. And my coin dealer guy will, if they can't sell something, sometimes he'll buy it because he has buyers at home, at his home store that will buy stuff that he brings, because he's got 3 or 4 guys that come in and buy. Well, it's more than 3 or 4, but several guys that come in and buy stuff all the time. And they buy large amounts when they come in, usually. I bought quite a bit from him over the years, but I usually don't buy more than a few coins at a time most of the time. But I do like it when he gets stuff like Seated Liberty coins, because that's, and any other collectible type thing, that's kind of what I'm aiming for this year. Getting more key date type coins like the 21 Mercuries that I just bought. Boy, if only I could get more of these at this kind of price, I'd probably do it for sure. And any other coin that I see and I think, yeah, that's a pretty good price, and that I think I should get it. But love that design. Silvertowne done a nice job at making this. Whoever the artist was that made this, it's like, credit to him. That was a good, or her. I don't know who did it, but whoever did this, they done a really nice looking eagle. And this side looks good too, even though I'd like to have the actual St. Gaudens $20 gold coin, but it would cost a heck of a lot more than this does. Anyway, I hope that you all have a good night. Hope the game is competitive tomorrow, because I don't want to sit through a game and be bored. And I don't want anyone else to have to sit there and think, damn, this is boring. And before I start boring you on this live stream, I think I should get out of here. But y'all have a good night, and we will see you next time.